following program is a rock music-based podcast. G'day Gridiron, G'day Gridiron. Now you've heard the best and worst of them, and now you're about to hear the first of them. The first to ever do it down under. We're here to steal your thunder, like the world's end down in Thunderdome. Welcome to our second home. All you need to know is G'day. This is G'day Gridiron. 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 This is G'day Gridiron.
G'day Aussie Gridiron fans, and welcome back to the Aussie Gridiron Network. And G'day Gridiron, back after a 1 week hiatus. We took a little bit of time off because I was in beautiful North Queensland. I am not there now, as you can see by my beanie and my amazing Vikings hoodie. I am back in the freezing cold Hunter Valley. But the boys are here with me. Somebody who is here, who is still in sunny Queensland, is of course Brad. How you going, B-Rad?
Hey, doing well. Back. We'll get to it a little bit, but I got to see some live football, which was pretty awesome this week. So I've got my fix, and I'm ready to go.
Yes, and of course we will get to it because the other person that is here is, of course, our resident Australian Outback player, Nick Cosme. How you going, buddy? Fresh off the week, well, your week of rest after an amazing Outback adventure. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, I was going to say 1 week off season and straight back into club preseason next week. So very short turnarounds, but happy to be back. But obviously the week in the end all got the victory. So I'm very happy with that.
Yeah. So tell us about your week, man. You went up early, obviously, because you guys had some training camp, pre-camp before the game, which took place last Saturday. Yeah. I lost track of days about a week ago. I've been on 2 weeks holiday, so I just don't know which day is what anymore. But yeah, so you guys went up for training camp early on before the game on Saturday. How was it all? How was the camp and everything?
Oh, the camp and the training itself was unreal. Like we did, most days we're doing tour days with training. So it was almost like living the life of like a pro athlete without getting paid. We were paying in, not getting paid. But literally up in the morning. Up in the morning, breakfast, training, come back, recovery, treatment, lunch, back, on the bus to training, then, back where we were staying, recovery, treatment, dinner, and then literally going to team meetings. And then it was like 10 o'clock at night, 10:30, back to bed, up in the morning, next thing, doing all again the next day. So, yeah, so obviously it was like a long week, but it went so quick in the end. So, yep. But like enjoyed the competitiveness and obviously like didn't have the nerves kick in until probably I reckon about maybe Friday or Saturday morning is I really started to kick into gear and definitely an experience I'd love to be able to do it again if given the opportunity.
So
you'll have the opportunity. Oh
yeah, for sure. In camp, did you learn anything new that you wouldn't have sort of learned at club level? Anything you were able to take back now to club level? Obviously, you were training position group, but yeah, anything from the other O linemen or the other guys, the other tackles, even around the country that you were training with.
I mean, pretty much from an O line perspective, we pretty much ran a lot of the stuff that we've run before, even at club level. As probably Brad would know, we've run a lot of the same stuff that we had than when I first started at senior. So obviously a lot of zone, all classic sort of powers and counters as well. Not so much man sort of stuff. So it was pretty basic stuff that we'd sort of had covered before. So the upper advantage of being able to go through a lot of different sort of schemes at club level had really helped to really obviously adapt. And we used a lot of zone, so that definitely helped on on my end, being able to adapt to what we're doing. But I suppose pretty much the biggest thing would probably be the overall competitiveness. Obviously, it as it suggests, because it's an international game, it's different from playing club and state. Obviously, you get to another level, so the competition rises, the training rises in terms of the quality of opponents. So you're always on for every play. There's no plays we have off, and just sitting there and might not get involved. So I suppose the focus and the concentration is probably the biggest thing, just to be able to keep it through the whole way for the full week. And then obviously keeping your body together for that full week is a big thing. So definitely the competitiveness of like the trainings and everything is definitely something that I think everyone will bring back to state levels.
How did the body pull up after all those training sessions going into a game?
Very sore, very sore. Yeah, like I think, if I had ran the numbers properly, if I had an accountant running the numbers for me, I reckon I'd probably use about $200 worth of strapping tape during the week, and then on the game on Saturday. Yeah,
Did you have to pay for your own tape?
No. In terms of how much I've used, that's just an estimation. Yeah, because I had used a lot for like my knee during the week, and then I don't know if you guys have ever had a shoulder strap, but when the strapping goes all the way up here on your neck, and then you're trying to get it off, like once it's all stuck on there is a nightmare that I've never had to deal with before. But that was a pain that I had to deal with almost every day. Then after Saturday, as you guys would probably have seen, Brad saw it firsthand, but from everyone watching at home, a lot of these Kiwis like to use their heads when running into people. So
they're rugby players, man. That's what happens. That's what happens in rugby, dude.
So, yeah. So a bit of a massive headache going into the next couple of days, but at the moment I'm all right. But yeah, definitely very, very, very sore on Saturday night, but managed to pull through. Don't know how. 10 sessions and a game in the span of 6 days, and somehow managed to pull through.
Yeah, well, game-wise, Brad tells me you played every single snap on offense. Is that right?
That is correct, yeah. So in terms of every single snap, yeah, absolutely. I was fortunate enough to be able to do that. But as well, we didn't have actually that much time that I thought we would have had on offense on the ground, because obviously the Kiwis had spent a lot of time running the ball, so they chewed the clock a lot. So offensively, it didn't feel like we were on the ground that much, particularly in the first half. Like I think we only had the ball for about 3 times, and I wouldn't say we'd had the ball for like more than 4 or 5 minutes in that first half. Like it was pretty low because they held on to the ball quite a much. Yeah, they were on there for quite a bit. Like they were probably on for the first half about 70% of the time. So yeah, did play every snap on offense, but it didn't feel like that long of a game that I was actually involved in it, because our defense was on for so long.
Yeah, well, so if anyone hasn't heard, and Nick did mention it there, the Aussies came away with the win, 20-16 over New Zealand, over the Kiwis. Which was great to see. I saw a couple of scores randomly whilst I was sitting on a racetrack in North Queensland. But yeah, that was it looked like an awesome game, and well worth the watch if you can go back and find it on YouTube.
That's a SA player right there. It's in Tui Kabiaba.
Amazing, Brad. Amazing.
Man, I've got to send that clip to him. After all these years, I don't think that's still the right way to pronounce it.
Oh, no, it's not. But it's just how he knows that I don't care.
There was a clip from years ago that when Brad was commentating an Eagles game down here in SA, and I can't remember how he pronounced it, but it was the most ridiculous pronunciation of the name I've ever heard. I've got to go back and find it. It was amazing, amazingly bad, but it was great
Brad,
quality.
we did end up with some photos from the day from Brad as well. So I've got a couple here as well for everyone to see. Brad sent me a couple, and now we got sent another one, Brad.
I like that. I don't know if I'm giving him a belly bump or what.
So our boy,
That's pretty awesome.
wearing the 79 for Australia. What a day, mate, eh? What a day.
Yeah, it was a brilliant day all around. And unfortunately, all three sides got up. The under 16s game followed a very similar trend to us, where it literally came down to the last sort of few plays. That was a good game as well. So Pacifica had actually, come back towards the last sort of quarter, and really were on in the last sort of few minutes. So that was actually a close game as well. The under 18s game, we'd only seen pretty much the first half before we were getting ready, but it sounds like the second half was an absolute blowout.
Yeah, it was. It was.
But yeah, all round, I mean, three victories, so can't be upset about that.
No, not at all. Not at all. You cannot be upset about that. And, of course, to go with all of that, if anyone really wants to, as I just hastily stick this up, Matty C has updated a shirt on our web store, which you can get right now. If you head to Linktree/Aussie Gridiron Network and go to the merchandise store, Matty C has done the Cosme 79 shirt, sold exclusively by the Aussie Gridiron Network, which you can get for yourself right now for $30 Australian. Or you can just get the design in a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Hoodies, t-shirts, you can do mugs, whatever you want. So there's all sorts of awesome stuff. So go and check out the merch store. Maddie's putting up some pretty cool stuff at the moment, actually. Some pretty fun stuff. So, yeah, man, it all sounds pretty fun, hey?
It was it was a blast to watch. I'll tell you that much. Nick's being modest. He played a hell of a game. He really, really did. So I just wanted to say that. And it was a blast to watch. And it was cool just to see the whole high value football, good quality football. So Nick, I don't know how you felt, but I felt like both teams were pretty evenly matched, and it really could have gone either way. So just when you were on offense, just a quick question. Did you feel like, okay, these are the best defensive linemen I've gone up against, or were you just kind of, oh, no, I can handle this?
Like the definitely one of the sort of best that I'd sort of come up against, and I think most of that would be a tribute to like their sort of natural strength that those guys sort of have.
Sure.
Like there weren't very many smaller sort of D linemen on that side of the ball for sure. Even their linebackers look like D linemen, so it's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but like in terms of the best I've seen, it's definitely they were some of the best that sort of come up against in terms of even from the strength wise, but some of the guys that come up against actually quite quick off the ball, some were quite good with their hands. So it's interesting like to actually go up against, because first time a couple of months ago with going in trial camp against guys like from other different states, so that was one thing, and then you're doing it in a game again against a completely different nation. So it's good in that way to be able to adapt to different sort of players, I suppose.
It's awesome. Well, you made us proud.
100%, mate. 100%. And yeah, it's been 10 years since the last men's tackle game in Australia, and hopefully it won't be that long again. Hopefully you guys can, or AFA can get it together to do this kind of thing regularly, even annually, whether it's against New Zealand or someone else. As I said, if you go right now to American Football Australia on YouTube, you will find the full replays of all three of those games. They are bloody awesome quality to look at. So just go on there and watch those games. They are pretty cool, pretty amazing. I probably could have shucked up some highlights tonight, but I watched a few here and there. Even just had some up now, which I probably could have done, but go and check it out yourself on YouTube.
I must say, at the end, they had given us a shield, so with a lot of empty spots on there. So
come on, let's go. Yeah. Let's fill that.
Hopefully the plan is the return fixture this year over in New Zealand.
That's
but
right.
We'll
better or worse for the Outbacks. Let's go.
That's all right.
Yeah, let's just get it. Let's just get that Australia-New Zealand rivalry in another sport. That's what we need. Always. Let's not even just make it an annual thing. Let's just go 3 a year, Mick. What about that?
3 a year. I'm
3 a
up for
year. Let's go.
If I don't have to pay 3 times a year, I'm good with that.
I was going to say, yeah, if they start paying for it, yeah, absolutely.
For sure. I'll sign up to that.
Absolutely.
Aussie,
It might be pretty obvious, but I am not Matty C.
NFL,
Absolutely stoked to have you on the podcast, mate. Welcome.
fantasy,
Tay, I think it's time you just abused your mate here.
Would you rather be fighting zombies or aliens?
find hidden gems,
And with that, we're into some breakouts.
I'm glad you're stalling because my results last week were a hot piece of ass.
We all had our struggles, mate.
You've unzipped the pennies and it's time to put the pennies in the pit. Let's do it.
I'm taking Trey McBride,
I'm just leaning on the old tuck shop, tuck graft.
and all of a sudden he's just lighting them up.
catch starts of the week,
I'm just going to go ahead and take Goff at Chicago.
So I'm going to go running back. I'm going to take Travis Etienne.
I'm going to go ahead and take your boy Ty Tracy.
I'm going to take Adam Thielen.
So I'm going to go and take Richo against Tennessee.
I'll take Matt Stafford.
Just a little float out the Dalton Kincaid.
I'm actually going to take Caleb against the Lions.
Friday and Sunday all season long. The Aussie NFL Fantasy Show,
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
thanks to the Aussie Gridiron Network.
Good to give me the dance floor. I'll probably fucking snap the floorboards.
All right, some NFL stuff happened this week. Actual news happened this week. And the real reason I sort of said to the boys, let's take last week off, was because absolutely nothing was happening. Now, I was in North Queensland, very well prepared, took all my gear with me. I said to the boys, if something massive drops, we'll do an episode. I said, otherwise, we're going to take a week off. And sure enough, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Absolute crickets in the NFL. Every day was just weird, made up stories that were coming out of the NFL media world that just meant nothing to any landscape. So glad we had a week off to reset. Stuff happened this week though, so we do have to cover a little bit of news, and we've got what do we got? We've got 4 signings to talk through so far today from this week, and I'll just bring up some stuff now. But the biggest of which, or the first of which I think it was Garrett Wilson signed with the Jets, agreed to a 4-year, $130 million extension with the New York Jets. The former Offensive Rookie of the Year and number 10 overall pick will get $90 million guaranteed. Big bag for Garrett Wilson at the Jets, Brad.
Yeah, it's a huge bag, and I don't think he gets the love that he deserves. I know he got Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I think it's just he's suffered from the whole, Wilson being his quarterback, and then a pathetic Aaron Rodgers, and so I think he deserves it, and hopefully he gets a little bit of an upgrade with Fields this year. So we'll see, but. Hats off to him, man. And I'm not just saying that because I've got him on my fantasy team. It's, I think he's the real deal.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of comparisons, but because his numbers are down, I've seen a lot of comparisons this week between him and a number 2 wide receiver out of Minnesota in Jordan Addison, and people saying that now that Minnesota aren't going to be able to pay Addison because of this contract for Wilson. But Wilson is the number 1 at the Jets. And this is them paying their number 1 like a number 1. And I think I agree with you, Brad. I'm not sure whether Nick agrees with this, but there's potential there. It's not his fault that they've just given crap quarterback play and crap offensive play, which meant that his production and numbers aren't up.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I definitely feel that the money, in terms of like the money side of things, I mean, this is the sort of market you've got to sort of reach at for a number 1 receiver now. Now, how his production improves this year with Justin Fields, really don't know. But in terms of like the money sort of got. I think it's obviously not the exact top of the range, but I think it's somewhere in sort of between, I think, Amon-Ra St. Brown and I think Tyreek Hill sort of deal, which for the play he can be. Obviously, he's a little bit younger than St. Brown, then obviously a lot younger than Tyreek Hill. So can definitely be something where the money can be worth it, but obviously they need someone that's going to be able to give him the ball. So as you can see with that catch there, look what he's capable of. But numbers have obviously dropped, but offensive side of the ball for the Jets, they just haven't been able to put it together for years.
Defensively, though, the Jets have been really strong. And this week they also paid their All-Pro Sauce Gardner, agreed to a massive 4-year, $120.4 million extension for Sauce, making him now the NFL's highest paid cornerback at $30.1 million per year. Absolutely huge to sign both of these players this week.
It's massive. It makes you think that the Jets, if you didn't know any better, you'd think they were a competent organization.
Don't start talking sense, Brad.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. But I think it's a great move. I mean, all the guy has done is prove himself time in and time out. So, that's the Jets do have a history of good cornerbacks. Darrelle Revis, him. So, he's carrying on the tradition, and I like him as a player. I think he's fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Their defense definitely hasn't been the weak point in that team so far. So, very well worth it. Another signing. Nick's boy, guard Trey Smith. Trey Smith.
What a photo.
I know. Agreed to an extension, making him the highest paid guard in the NFL history this week as well. Trey just got, huge, Nick.
Yeah, well, highest paid in the league now. So, also very interesting because they definitely need that help on that side of the ball for sure. Like their O-line is probably by far the biggest weak spot on that offense. So they definitely need to go about locking those guys down and improving it as much as they can and getting, Creed Humphrey some help. So putting Trey Smith and keeping him there as the highest paid guard now is definitely going to help a bit more into the at least short-term future for him.
I should have said those numbers, but it's a 4-year, $94 million extension with $70 million guaranteed for Trey Smith. That's his deal. So it's basically he was tagged back in February, which provided him obviously with a 1-year, $23.4 million tender, starting the countdown to July 15. So they haven't got before they got to July 15, they signed him to that extension, and that makes him a massive, massive, massive player and a massive amount of money for the Chiefs.
The thing that's crazy for me is he's only missed one game, I think, in his 4 seasons. One game as an offensive lineman. That's pretty impressive. I think what's even better is he was drafted in the 6th round. He was not drafted until the 6th round. So that's saying something. That's pretty rare. That's when you get a good quality lineman that late in the draft. That's impressive.
Certainly is. Another signing that happened this week that I wanted to, and this was only today actually, that I wanted to highlight. We haven't got much on. Von Miller is on his way to the Washington Commanders. So the Commanders have picked up Von Miller after he was released this offseason by the Buffalo Bills. He is now slated to join his 4th career squad after rising to stardom and claiming a Super Bowl MVP with the Denver Broncos and winning his 2nd career Super Bowl with the Los Angeles Rams. Miller is 36, Brad, and headed to the Washington Commanders.
Yay, old people. I mean, seriously. Way to go. Do we know any of the terms of the deal?
Not as yet, no. They haven't been released yet.
Okay.
Speaking of yay old people, Brad, in some kind of 2015-ish fever dream. It will be the pairing of Von Miller and Bobby Wagner at the Commanders.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
was just about to say, imagine telling someone from 10 years ago that that'd be a pairing. You'd think, fucking hell, that'd be a great defense.
Yes. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Father Time is just, is excited for this one. So it's good. They're going to be, cashing their Social Security checks here.
129.5 career sacks for Von Miller. Guy's an absolute beast.
Well, he got cut from the Bills, and he was on like big guaranteed money there. So I suppose, even though he's signing like a 1 year deal at Washington here, it doesn't really make too much of a difference for him. It's a bit like Wilson, like when he got cut from the Broncos. It's like, doesn't really matter how much he takes with whoever he's going to next, because he was getting big money from the dead money.
Yeah, you can take league minimum and take a risk. And he's obviously going to the Commanders, which you would think pretty highly of to still be a Super Bowl contender, really.
Absolutely, and what's his name, Coach, is gonna just bring out the most in those guys, especially because he's that type of coach that these guys will love. They're gonna absolutely love. So. I'd be curious to know how much of that Buffalo money was guaranteed.
I'm just looking it up now. So he had a 6-year, $120 million contract from 22 through to 27. Total guarantee money was $51.4 million on that contract. So
yep.
So
wow,
he got a fair amount out of there. And he also equally got a fair amount out of the Broncos for the 6 years, or the 6-year contract he had there as well. Loves the 6-year contract. 6 years, 114.1 at the Broncos, and that guarantee was 70. Total guarantee was $70 million. So he's not short of some coin of Von Miller.
Not at all.
Not at all.
And he's earned it. I mean, good on him.
Good for a loan. So interestingly, this is something else that come off, and you can see that a lot of the tweets I've put up today are from Ari Mirov, my sports update. So he posted today, highest paid NFL players by position for their average value now. Here's a team. Dak Prescott, Saquon Barkley, Alec Ingold, fullback, Jamar Chase at wide receiver, George Kittle at tight end, Tristan Wirfs at left tackle, Landon Dickerson at left guard, Creed Humphrey, centre, Trey Smith at right guard, Penei Sewell, right tackle. On defense, we have Myles Garrett, Chris Jones, Fred Warner, Sauce Gardner, Kirby Joseph. Special teams, Harrison Butker and Michael Dixon. Dixon.
Just keep saying it, Dixon.
Dixon. I always thought it was Dickinson, but that's something else. So there you go. That's
impressive.
Currently the highest paid players.
That quarterback's not playing like the highest paid player. So anyway, we won't go there.
Well, Brad, there should be another Cowboys player popping up on that defensive team.
Oh
soon.
yeah, he's gonna get his.
Micah Parsons has been adamant this week that he is going to get his money, and he's not happy that he hasn't yet.
Yeah, well, apparently he's saying he's going to let his manager take care of business and all that. So, which is a smart thing to do. But Jerry being Jerry, it's going to take forever, and he'll eventually sign.
Well, he also said something along the lines of, if it's not up to me to other people to see my value, if they can't see my value, I'm just going to play harder so they can see my value.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I'd love for him to play harder, but that's not helping his cause.
No.
I don't think, in terms of getting money.
No, that's not how you.
Yeah, exactly. That's how not to negotiate. You pay me less, I'll play harder.
So that was a cool little stat that I brought up today. I found today. So,
I wonder if Hendrickson gets dealt from the Bengals to someone, like let's say hypothetically he does he become part of that team?
Does Hendrickson
higher than George Kittle? Would he get paid higher than George Kittle? Ooh.
No, as in higher than Miles Garrett. Trey Hendrickson.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think
He's too
so?
old.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, sorry.
so.
Higher than
Maybe-
Miles Garrett.
maybe
Sorry,
for
I
like
had
a
my
one-year
brain is still
average.
confused, man.
Even
I don't know.
if he went to, let's say, for example, if he went to like a smaller team, like, I don't know, let's say, I don't know.
Green Bay.
Who needs a pass rusher though that doesn't already have a star pass rusher under contract?
Well, everybody wants more pass rushers, but Detroit would love to have him, but they're not going to pay him. They got Hutchinson.
It's got to be whoever's going to be able to pay that value because that's what he wants. He wants around the Miles Garrett contract.
So that's what I'm saying. Even if he went to like a shitter team, so let's say, I don't know, for example, the Saints. If he went to the Saints, for example, would they give him that much money?
No.
No. Well, the Saints might because the way they manage their salary cap is just they're weird. They're lunatics. But I think just given his age, even though he's been durable and he's been a high producer, I wouldn't. Well, I take that. I mean, not if I'm a lower team. If I'm a Super Bowl contending team, like I'm thinking this is the guy that's going to get me over the edge, then yeah, I might whatever, sell Peter to pay Mary to do it to Paul. I don't know.
That went to a dark place very quickly, Brad.
Yeah.
Who will we pay?
No banana in my tailpipe. So, it's yeah. I don't know. If I'm Detroit, I love the Detroit pairing personally. I think I'd sell the farm to try and get him in Detroit.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Green Bay, yeah.
Green Bay.
Green Bay, yep, absolutely.
That could be interesting.
Kansas City.
Well, they can't. Nothing could be
Right,
worse than the
AFC.
Bengals at the moment. Yeah, considering Shamar Stewart is still out there as the only unsigned first round rookie.
He's going back to the Aggies, right? He's going back to A&M.
I was just going to bring that up because I don't know whether Brad had actually seen that during the week. There was talk, Brad, that he's gone back or he's going back and already training back with A&M.
He can go back and train with them, but
And
he
then
can't go back.
he's asking for
and play.
dispensation to play, and
He's asked for dispensation
and re-enter the draft apparently.
because he can go back and sit out the year, and then since he doesn't have his rights and they can't draft him.
Yep.
Which I hope he does. I really hope he does, just to stick it to the Bengals, trying to screw him over. I mean, if you're the Bengals, would you let that happen though? I mean, just give
They're letting it happen.
Yeah, well, that's apparently what's happened. So he may not play at all in the NFL and return to Texas A&M. Yeah, so he's been.
So then, if he's allowed to go back, does that mean then he's not allowed to be drafted? Like, how does that work?
No, he can't. He can be if he goes back. If they give him dispensation to play in college again and re-enter the draft next season, he can play. He can be drafted again, but just not by the Bengals. They can't draft him
Why would they
again.
do that though? Like, why would they give him that dispensation? I mean, the rule's there for a reason. I don't see him giving him that dispensation just because. I mean, it's not as if the owners don't collude on anything, So it's I think it's a pipe dream personally that for him to go back and play. I think it wouldn't surprise me if he sits out, but I don't think he'll go back and play college ball.
What else is he going to do, though? That's the thing.
He'd just train. He would sit out. And that's the thing is, I think the Bengals know that he was a little bit of a long shot. Like he was one of these guys that he got in the first round on potential.
So why draft him in the first, though? See, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
No, you're
That's
right.
the
It
Bengals.
doesn't make sense. It's because it's the Bengals, though. So, I mean, what? Yeah, they talk about an inept run organization. That's them.
Okay, apparently, and this was today. Yep. Can confirm from a source that he's training at A&M by himself using their facilities to get ready for the upcoming NFL season because he still lives in Texas when he's
Yeah,
not
sure.
in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Well, he can't train with Cincinnati because he hasn't signed yet.
Or he won't train with Cincinnati because he's signed.
Yeah, he can train, but they won't.
He can train, but there's no point in him doing that because, if something happens to him, then he doesn't get paid. I mean, that's the whole point as to why he's not signing the contract anyway.
Yeah. So, interesting.
I hate that situation. I hate what Cincy's trying to do. So
Yeah. There's a lot of Cincinnati fans who don't understand it either when you go through X.
Well, you mean they don't understand the alphabet?
Apparently, when you go through X or Twitter, there's a lot of them that think that he should just fire his agent, get a new one, and just basically fall in line with all the other Bengals players. That's essentially what they're saying.
Just so the new agent can come through and say, yeah, you shouldn't be signing this deal either. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So a lot of them feel like he should just sign the deal and get on with things and prove himself is basically what they're saying. It's just like, no, you're not understanding what that deal means.
That's setting a precedent, and I guarantee all the other rookies are like, do not sign that.
A lot of it, and weirdly, there's been a lot of people saying that, it's the same clauses that are in all other first-round rookies' contracts. It's like, it's not.
No, it's
and
not.
if it is in any of theirs, then it's their own fault for not, and their agents for not picking that up sooner. That's not.
I don't
his fault.
even think it's in non-rookie deals either.
Yeah, it's
it could be, but like, why would you?
Well, they reckon they're saying that it's in the other Bengals rookie contracts, so they're later round guys, and it's like, okay, if a 6th round pick signs that, it's because they're a 6th round pick and they're trying to prove themselves. Like if it's a 6th round pick who's a wide receiver, and they're going, no, I need to prove myself because I've got 3 years to do this.
I just need to be on a roster.
Yeah, and I need to be on a roster. Yeah, and I can prove this. I can do it. I'm going to take that gamble. But a first-round draft pick? No, he doesn't need to do that.
No, exactly.
He doesn't need to do that at all. There's a reason he was a first-round draft pick. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, I hate that situation too, Brad. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it needs to stop. But it won't because it's the Bengals, and nothing will ever stop the Bengals from being the Bengals. Okay. Well, that's the news. Everything that I could find. Nick, any other news?
No, that was pretty much it from this week, wasn't it? Like, it was just guys that were signing and...
As I said, I was offline for a lot of the week, so it's been glorious. So I just...
That's pretty much...
Did you hear, though, the trade rumors with Shadur?
Oh, no. Here we go. What?
No, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, the latest, there was somebody, as one of the outlets came out today and said Shadur to the Rams, potentially.
Oh, that could scuttle someone's water bet.
Yeah.
That voice just water.
No, it doesn't void the water bet because the water bet was he would play the most games for the Browns.
That's right. Yep.
That would put him definitely. That would put him in the best situation though. Like if he got picked up by the Rams, like he just sits for a year or two or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. I would totally agree with that. I would totally agree with that. It'd be a better situation than the Browns.
Yeah,
it's a better place to be as a rookie than the Browns. That's for sure.
And apparently, Dylan Gabriel is doing really well. So, who's ahead of him? So I think that's worth noting. The other one that I saw was Scary Terry getting potentially traded to Pittsburgh. That was
I had heard that there's still no contract extension, and he's very frustrated with the fact that it's not. So traded to Pittsburgh, that's interesting, though.
Yeah, there was a Bleacher Report came out with that today, I think it was.
I wonder if that's just
if
because he's frustrated. He's just starting to throw that out there. He's getting his agent to throw stuff out there.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be.
Could you imagine, though? I mean, that gives Pittsburgh a very good 1-2 receivers with DK Metcalf and Scary Terry.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's a long shot, but that's a legitimate receiving duo.
If they don't get McLaurin, though, I think they'll probably try and come after Jennings from us because I think there's obviously some ruffles there as well. So
yeah, what's that about? Do you know?
He just wants an extension, obviously, so he wants to get paid because he's coming up to his final year. So obviously, just wanting to get paid. So just a bit of that, really. But yeah.
Okay. And then was it the Texas second rounder who got guaranteed like over $10 million? in that was kind of unprecedented for a non-first round draft pick.
Oh, I didn't see that. Who was that?
No,
I thought it was. Is it
didn't see that.
Jaden Higgins. Wasn't that the Texans guy?
yeah, the receiver.
He got 11.7 million. I'm seeing here, fully guaranteed contract.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah, right.
which that's not anything to just slip underneath the mattress.
No.
But that's real money. So
It's real money for a second round pick.
yeah, fully guaranteed. So
Oh.
I thought that was interesting.
I wonder why more of these deals are becoming fully guaranteed, though, even as rookies. Do you think, though, that some of these guys that are higher up have the leverage of saying, well, we can get paid playing at college level? So if they're able to somehow not sign and go back to those levels, they're getting paid at those levels, and they've got the year extra to be able to go in and have another good year and then, get redrafted? Is that potentially why that could be happening, you reckon?
It's probably a little bit of that. They are getting paid a decent amount of money at college these days, so you do have to start, and that's all guaranteed. So you have to sort of start paying them on balance, I guess, with that. And I don't know, maybe it's a way, because I think when you guarantee that say that $10 million, you've still got a portion of that which hits salary cap. So you've got, I think you can better manage your salary cap because you've got a fixed portion which hits it, rather than, say, having an actual salary, like a yearly salary, and then that might eke out or eke up, depending on the contract. But if you fix it at, you're going to get $10 million. We're going to give you $10 million over 4 years, second round pick. You're going to get $10 million over 4 years. You don't get it all at once either, but they know the fixed portions.
Yeah.
So it's a better way to manage your salary cap in a way.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. And then finally, I'll quit talking on this one. But did you guys see the Chargers' new alternate uniforms?
I did.
I haven't.
And I hadn't brought that up, that particular one up, but I can find that.
I don't know if Ian can find a picture of it and throw it up there for our YouTube viewers, but it in my opinion, man, this is mustard looking, ugly as sin. But apparently, the people.
What are you talking about, Brad? They look great.
Well, okay, so here we go. Ian might like it. I just think it looks like a mustard bottle threw up or something.
What are you talking? It's blue. What are you talking about?
Oh, there's a couple of them they did.
Oh, the yellow and the blue.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Well, there's like an all yellow one that I,
Here they
I
are.
saw.
Let me go. I'll go this one. See what that looks like.
It's just, yeah.
I've got to find a good picture, otherwise it's going to be garbage to throw up on YouTube, which is hard to do straight away. But I can see
sorry,
what
I don't mean to put you under the spot.
No,
there,
you're
but
right, Brad. It's okay. We have the capability.
We have the
it is
technology.
20th
We have the
21st
technology.
century.
This isn't you trying to bring up a YouTube video for us earlier.
Hey, I did. It took me.
He did it. He did do
took me
it.
20
You
minutes
did do
to
it.
get there.
Old man uses technology, as I put it.
It is.
What?
I'm not that much older than you, but my technology skills are probably way worse than you.
Yeah. I'm not saying
There
anything,
you
Brad.
go.
I don't. What's wrong with that, Brad?
Oh, come on, man! Look at
Nah,
it.
I do agree. The yellow looks a bit weird. The blue
It's
and
like
the
a
white.
pencil.
Okay, the yellow on yellow is probably the weird part. The yellow pants.
Yeah, it's the yellow tights with the yellow pants with the yellow top.
Yeah. All
That,
yellow.
to
The
me-
all blue looks amazing.
I like the all blue.
Yeah, the all
I
dark
like
blue
the all
looks
blue.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
the way that should
Yeah.
be. I reckon
That looks
their
like the old-
alternate, that yellow should have just been the opposite of their normal strip, where it's light blue, yellow, light blue. So the one on the
Okay,
right
yep,
there,
Yep.
over yonder, it should just be
Yeah.
the exact opposite of that. It should have been yellow, blue, yellow.
Yeah.
What about
Why are
all
they-
white?
wha-
They should do an all white kit.
Yes, yeah. Why? My question though is why are they getting? Look at number 11 there over on the right.
Why is he
side.
pointing his
Why-
jocks?
Well, why are they getting some random dude that was sitting on the bus outside the stadium to come in and pose?
It could be
'Cause
worse.
You can't tell me that's a football player.
It could be worse.
That is not a football player.
It could be the Rams, like the Rams using a weird Australian influencer that everyone doesn't like to do their schedule release.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good point. Good point.
rather than Isaac, who they could have used. Yeah. So, well, Brad, did you see? Well, since you want to be on these ones on unis, did you see this one? Creamsicle is back, baby.
It is full on back.
Creamsicle is back for the 50th
time I saw
anniversary of the
those-
Buccaneers. 50 years of the Bucks, Brad.
Yeah, last time they wore those, it was notorious for people in the stands to wear brown paper bags over their heads.
That
my
uniform
goodness.
looks amazing. It's fire.
Oh, Baker is gonna look.
That's pretty
hot
good, man.
in that.
I mean,
Look at that.
equally as good. Go if you haven't seen it, if you're not following Buccaneers on places, and I get that most people won't if you're not a Buccaneers fan. Go and find the release video for this. It's actually like a full hype video for the 50 year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it is amazing. It's a couple of minutes long. It's really cool, and it's meant to be a release for the Creamsicle alternate uniform. But it's just it's a hype video about the 50 years of the Bucks, and yeah.
I really.
And it features a lot of old school guys, a lot of the, ex players and the greats, some of the Hall of Famers and stuff. So it's really cool. But then it features obviously all of these guys.
That is really cool.
So
that is really.
I'm into it, and I don't know. This is the time where I may end up with a Baker Mayfield.
With a Baker
uniform.
creamsicle?
Yeah, I might end up with a Baker creamsicle.
Oh, I bet you'd love him to cream your second.
I think I'm slowly becoming a Buccaneers fan, Brad.
Yeah, what do you mean slowly? You're already there.
Converting.
You've already bought it. You bought that.
Matty's always traditionally and historically had an NFC team that he follows because obviously the Jags play in the AFC, so he's always got an NFC team he picks every year that he follows. And I'm just going to have two NFC teams. It's just going to be a goddamn nightmare when we face each other in the playoffs. And I'm not going to know which
nil or draw, and everyone has fun.
I'm not going to know which way to go. All right, news done. How about that? News done. Do we want to go through the other stuff we prepared, boys? We're already at 45 minutes for tonight. It's pretty late. We started late because we were talking about Nick's whole week and a whole other bunch of bitching about stuff that was happening during that game and around that game.
Maybe we save it for the next episode.
We might. We'll save it. So just to tease everybody out, and I can't remember whether I'm going to edge everybody right now for top fives.
Jeez.
Because we put together some top 5 positions each of us did, including Isaac. And I'm just jumping into the doc now to see whether Isaac's actually with us next week, because I have a feeling he's not. But we'll go with whatever it is.
That's all right. Nick, are you with us next week?
Next week, yeah.
Here's the point where Nick tells me no live online. No, Isaac isn't with us next week. But it's okay. We'll do some top 5s. The other thing we were going to do next week, so stick around for that. So next week, we basically start... It's the start of our August slate, even though it is the second last week of July. Traditionally, next week's episode is a 2025 Rookies Roundup. So we go through the rookies that we feel like are going to do the best or have a really good year this season. So I might find somebody else for that 4th seat because I know Taylor's been itching to come on, so I might see if Tay's around. I know he's been on holidays as well with the kids this week, so I might see how that goes because I think he's got a few hot takes on that sort of stuff. And then we do get into the August slate of episodes and adventures on the Aussie Gridiron Network, and by that I mean across the entire network. So both us and the Aussie NFL Fantasy Boys and Manjot as well on Pastry Press start our divisional preview month, which we do every year now through August. So we'll start 1 week with divisional preview for both of the North divisions, then South, then West, then East. And then last year we introduced something new on that final week before week 1 where we did a division ranking bracket and sort of talked about what we're most looking forward to from the season as a whole. So that's all to come. So stick around for next week then. Join us next week and we'll go through some top 5 position groups, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and who we think individually should be the top 5 in the NFL. Good chat, boys. Thanks for coming on. I know Nick's pretty crook. He's readjusting to life outside of Queensland, just as I am. I expect to get crook over the next couple of days.
That's what happens when you go on vacation.
I might, yeah. I did suggest to the missus that we should just buy a house in North Queensland and just chase summer, essentially.
Damn straight you should.
Screw winter.
Exactly right. That is exactly right.
We'll just live up there for 4 or 5 months every year. Wait till it warms up down here and come back
Holiday
again.
home.
Yep.
I was told
Congratulations.
by a lot of people up there though that summer is absolutely brutal in North Queensland. And I'm like, yeah, I don't
Couldn't
doubt
think of
it.
anything worse.
It was 27 in winter, so I just can't do it.
The humidity I think would get to you, but
38
apparently-
degrees, 80% humidity. Yeah.
Oh, plus they were just talking about like tornadoes making landfall. There's huge rain bombs, like it was nothing. And I'm just like, you people are insane. Oh yeah, we got 250 mil in one day when that tornado made landfall. Like, good Lord.
250 mil.
We were staying in some pretty cool little towns in sort of just inwards a bit from the coast. It's just some country people, some real country towns. Yeah, going to a pub, drinking 4X, having steaks.
That's awesome.
Walking past the cattle yard where they're doing cattle sales to the pub to have a massive rump steak. And I'm like, well, it's sold, it's grown over there and it's sold there, so it's got to be killed locally.
Absolutely.
That's how you know it's definitely fresh.
Anyway, yeah, well done again, Nick. Awesome weekend. Well done to all the Outback guys, any of Nick's mates, anybody that's listening that would have played in those games. Well done to everybody for making those teams and making that what it is and is what it was. And hopefully this reaches some of the New Zealand players as well and the Pacifica guys that played in the sort of junior games as well. Well done to everybody who played in those games and officiated, did everything because they're all awesome to watch and it's a great spectacle to see for the sport in Australia.